Welcome everyone. Today we're stepping into a very specific corner of Cadillac mythology, the Cadillac V16, also known in modern conversation as the Cadillac 16. And this is one of those cars where the name alone does half the work, because V16 isn't just an engine layout, it's a statement that says, we're not here to compete, we're here to rule. Let's clear up what you're looking at when you hear Cadillac V16. There's the historic, real-deal Cadillac V16 era, exclusive, custom-finished, pre-war ultra-luxury cars built to be smoother and more prestigious than anything else on American roads. And then there's the modern revival of the idea, a massive concept car built to remind the world that Cadillac still knows how to dream in skyscraper dimensions. Either way, the theme is the same: presence, power, and refinement turned up to a level that feels almost unreasonable. Start with the heart, because that's the headline. A V16 is basically the silk suit of engines. Where a lot of performance cars chase aggression, sharp response, loud exhaust, high-strung revs, a V16 is about effortlessness. More cylinders means the engine can make big power without feeling stressed, and it can deliver that power with a smoothness that's hard to describe until you felt it. In simple terms, instead of the car feeling like it's working hard, it feels like the world is moving out of its way, and if we're talking about the modern Cadillac 16 concept-style V16, the numbers are absurd in the best way. You're dealing with a gigantic 13.6-liter V16, yes, 13.6 liters, built to produce around 4-digit horsepower and 4-digit torque. That's not quick, that's physics-changing. But what makes it interesting isn't just the peak output. It's the idea that such an engine can loaf along gently, then unleash everything when you ask. Imagine cruising with the calm manners of a limousine, then tapping the throttle and feeling a wave of force so smooth it doesn't punch you. It just lifts the entire car forward like a private jet beginning its takeoff roll. Now let's talk about performance realistically, because this isn't a lightweight sports car fantasy. A Cadillac V16, especially in the grand, flagship interpretation, is a big, heavy machine. The performance story is not about carving hairpins like a mid-engine supercar. It's about dominance in the real world, effortless highway speed, instant passing power, and that feeling that the car has infinite reserve. The kind of reserve where you're doing a comfortable cruise, you glance at the speedometer, and you realize you're moving much faster than you thought, because the car never feels strained, never feels loud, never feels busy, and then there's the sound. A V16 doesn't need to shout. It can, but its natural character is more of a deep, expensive hum, like precision machinery operating with zero drama. The best way to explain it is, a typical performance engine sounds like it's trying to impress you, a V16 sounds like it doesn't need your approval. It's confidence in audio form. Design is the next big angle, because Cadillac doesn't do subtle when it's building a flagship statement. The Cadillac V16 vibe is long hood, strong shoulders, and proportions that tell you this is a front-row arrival car. The stance matters, low, wide, and planted, with a body that looks like it was carved rather than assembled. Everything about it is meant to communicate authority, vertical lighting signatures, a grille that feels architectural, sharp edges mixed with smooth surfaces, and enough road presence that it doesn't just enter a scene, it becomes the scene. Look closely at the details and you'll notice the real selling point isn't one single feature, it's cohesion. The design language isn't random, it's theatrical on purpose. Big wheels aren't just for style, they visually balance the length. The hood isn't just long, it's a stage for the engine story underneath. The front end isn't just aggressive, it's formal, like a tailored suit with broad shoulders. Cadillac is basically saying, luxury can be bold without being messy. Step inside, and this is where the Cadillac V16 identity separates itself from fast luxury and becomes ceremonial luxury. The interior is about materials and atmosphere, not just gadgets. You're talking leather that looks and feels hand-finished, rich wood or polished metal accents that don't feel like imitation, and design touches that exist purely to make you feel like you're in something rare. In a true flagship V16 experience, every surface you touch should feel intentional. The weight of the controls, the damped movement of switches, the way light reflects off trim, the way the cabin isolates the outside world without feeling dead or disconnected, and Cadillac has always understood that ultra-luxury isn't only comfort, it's personalization and occasion. The V16 name carries the idea that this isn't a mass-market product, it's a statement piece. The kind of car where the owner doesn't want to see the same one at the next stoplight. The kind of car that makes sense with custom colors, bespoke materials, unique stitching, and details chosen like someone is commissioning a watch or a private lounge. Technology, in a Cadillac V16 context, is supposed to serve the mood. You want features that make the car feel smarter and calmer, smooth power delivery, intelligent cruising behavior, quietness without feeling isolated, and systems that disappear into the background until you need them. The best luxury tech is the kind you don't notice, because the car is already giving you what you want before you ask. Now, let's be balanced, because the V16 story has trade-offs. First, complexity. 16 cylinders means more parts, more engineering, more potential maintenance drama, and more cost. Second, packaging. A massive engine demands space, and space shapes everything: hood length, cooling needs, weight distribution, and overall size. Third, reality. In the modern era, building a true V16 flagship as a production car is hard to justify financially and legally, because emissions rules, safety regulations, and low-volume economics don't love, because we can, engineering. That's why so many V16 dreams live as legends, concepts, or ultra-rare collector cars, but that's also why the Cadillac V16 name hits so hard. It represents a time, and an attitude, when Cadillac was willing to build something simply to be the standard. Not the best value. Not the most sensible. The standard. So what's the unique selling point, the real reason people still talk about a Cadillac V16? It's not just speed. It's not just luxury. It's the combination of extreme smoothness, extreme presence, and extreme exclusivity, wrapped in a distinctly American idea of prestige. European ultra-luxury often whispers. Cadillac, when it's at full confidence, speaks in a clear voice, big, bold, elegant, and unapologetic, and that's the final takeaway. The Cadillac V16 isn't a car you measure only in horsepower or inches or features. It's a car you measure in reaction. The way people look at it. The way it changes the temperature of a parking lot. The way it makes even experienced car lovers pause, smile, and say, they really did that. If you enjoyed this deep dive, tell me what you want next: a full cinematic driving narration version, a more aggressive, performance review version, or a story-driven version that compares the Cadillac V16 philosophy to modern ultra-luxury rivals, without losing that Cadillac attitude.